I asked my sister if it was okay. It's been around 2 weeks now since I had my little fall, and I haven't been allowed to do anything. I haven't been allowed to read. I haven't been allowed to look at screens, anything like that. It's not that reading is bad or looking at screens is, well, looking at screens is bad, but it was the fact that you were focusing on something and making your brain do work, that I wasn't allowed to do things like that. I asked my sister if it was okay if I could build some Legos, and she said that that was probably okay. So long as if my head starts to hurt or I start to develop a headache, I just stop, and that's okay, because I have 12 million more weeks of recovery to go, and I will need something to do. So I have 3 Lego models that I've had. This one I've had for over a year, the bonsai tree. It was a Christmas present from my parents last year. This was my Christmas present this year. This one I had forgotten that I had been given. I don't know when I was given this set, but it's the mini orchid. I have the regular sized orchid and one of the other botanical sets up there on the shelf. I love Lego. I love looking at the Lego. I love what it is when it's finished. I love the finished product. I love feeling Lego. I like the tactile feeling of it. All of it appeals to me. And I love the building process. I love the following the instructions and the putting pieces I love it. Everything about it just appeals to me. So we're gonna build one of these today. I think I'm gonna go with the Game Boy. It's the one that I've had the least amount of time, but I think it'll be the easiest to display. My process for building Lego is a little bit different because well, I wouldn't say different, but a lot of people kind of dump the bags out, build from the pile. I knoll. If you don't know what knolling is, look it up. If you have OCD, or ADHD, if you're neurodivergent, as I am, more so now, probably. When I fell and hit my head, my sister said, maybe it knocked the Tourette's out of him. So it hasn't. I still have tics, but maybe they're worse now. I don't know. Either way, back to knolling. Look it up. You'll love it. If you're neurodivergent, you'll love what knolling is. Knolling, knolling. So we're gonna start with that. We're gonna build the Game Boy. Boop. And we're gonna start the process by knolling. Let's knoll. Two, 3, 4. Now here's where things differ for me, because I am going to open up all the bags at the same time and organize the pieces or knoll the pieces as a whole, and then go through the book. So I'm not going to go bag by bag, which some people do. I don't know what, yeah, that way. Might have more of those, but you don't know. The process of knolling is it's a little bit of organization as you go, because you don't know what you're going to get in the other packages. You might have like pieces elsewhere, so I organize by shape, by color, by function, obviously. It's also a very visual thing for me, because some people would be like, well, why don't those 2x1 go over here? But they go there. I can't explain to you why, but they do. And that's probably more of a OCD thing an organizational thing. Here's where things piss me off. I have 5 of those, so they don't go nicely, so you kind of have to decide how do you arrange those. I'm going to arrange them in a square and one alone in the center part of the 2. This one's going to go over here because they're this, oh, see, they're off by a shade, I can tell. I'm going to add to our pile here. So there's bag 1. That's what knolling is. It's just organizing pieces. Probably hard to hear while I'm moving the bag. Organizing pieces into like piles, by color, by shape, by size, whatever you want really. So I'm going to open bag 2 through 5, I think. There's 6 bags, but it's not numbered, so I feel like it's specialty pieces. But we'll do the rest, and then we'll start to build. Everything is knolled. It's not my best knolling. Again, I'm working within confines here so you can watch the process. My brain isn't working. It's a little foggy, which is to be expected for the next few weeks, but hopefully this worked out as well. I'll have a peek at it. Yeah, but I am going to take a break. I'm going to move to the couch for a bit, maybe have a nap, and then we will assemble this. It's a good project for the day. It is now 2 o'clock, which is nice. A lot of the days I just sit on the couch and listen to my audiobook and I get bored out of my mind. So this was fun, but it is time for a nap. They have here, there's a little holding spot. That's Mario. Yeah, that's Zelda. Goes in. So if you have the Zelda game, oh, I should put the back on. Zelda game goes in. Oh, and it does. It's pretty secure in there. That's cool. You can see that you can actually have a little bit of the game of Zelda, like a screenshot of the game. So that's really cool. Super cool model. Really happy. Oh, I didn't realize that. The on-off switch. Oh, that click is so satisfying, and I wish you could touch the buttons because they work. This was amazing. This kept my brain occupied for a good portion of the day. I'm incredibly exhausted, but I'm super happy that I was able to sit up and do something other than listen to an audiobook. I had an audiobook going for some of the building, but off because if I make a video out of this, then I wouldn't be able to have the audio on. Anyway, nice. That's great. Really happy with the build. Hope you enjoyed watching it, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. I think this is gonna sound so stupid. I haven't left the house in over 2 weeks. I'm just now starting to do things like this, but I think tomorrow Tori is taking me to Walmart. Oh, and I have a CT scan booked. Obviously you heard that conversation, so a lot of things to look forward to. But we have more Lego. I will be building the other 3 for sure, because I still have several weeks of recovery ahead. I am exhausted at the moment, so maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next day, but maybe another day. Tori works in the day and I need to film my day with something. Anyway, see you later. Tori had to go to work this morning, but it is the start, it's the first day of Tim Hortons Roll Up the Rim to Win. It's the 40th anniversary of Roll Up the Rim. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I have the worst luck with Roll Up the Rim. This is my first one. I will, in all honesty, when you buy one and you pay with the app, or you scan your app, you get to roll up on the app as well. Tori rolled up, won a free coffee. I rolled up the second one. Please play again. Classic. So I have rolled up once already, but this will be my first physical roll up. Traditionally, you need to finish the tea before, or the beverage before you roll it up. So I'm gonna do that. And then before I roll it up, I'll film the roll up process. Because what else do I have to do today aside from sit here on the couch? Tea is gone. Let's roll up the rim. No way! Well, holy there's a whole section of my Instagram that is my stretch of losses. It's over, I mean, I documented almost every one of them. There's got to be at least 60 losses in a row, maybe more. I haven't looked at it since last year. I've not won. This is my first win in several years to win a donut. Amazing. I feel so good. That's made my whole day. I can get a Long John or an apple fritter. So good. And Tori won a coffee this morning, so it's a good day. That's my day. That's all you'll be seeing of this day. I'm gonna go back to, well, doing what I'm doing, relaxing on the couch. Tori has gone to work this morning, and I am a couple of things today. One, I'm trying not to sit as much. My butt's getting sore, and when I sleep, because I'm only allowed to sleep on my back or my left side, I can't sleep on my right side because of they don't want any pressure over here. My left leg has started to really hurt. It falls asleep really easily. If I lay on that side too long, everything's under pressure, and there shouldn't be pressure anywhere. So I'm trying to stand up a little bit more. So I'm working at my standing desk just for the morning. And Tori has left me an assignment, which is really exciting. It's a little crafting thing. So let me show you what she's got going on down here. So we have this sign. I'm not sure what it's for. I'm assuming it's for like a bathroom or something at work. But the person that did this one didn't have time to finish this one. Now, I'm not a visual artist like this, but I have some knowledge in how to replicate something like this. So that's what we're gonna do. So the idea is these two will go back to back, one like this, one like this. They'll get glued together, and then they will hang on a door and flop back and forth. I'm not sure, maybe it's not a bathroom, because how would you turn that? I don't know. Anyway, it's what needs to be done, and I am more than happy to do it because I have nothing else to do. So that's what I'm up to. This is the process that I'm gonna go through. I am going to scan this one, onto my computer, just with like a picture or something. I'm going to turn these letters into a font, get something that looks similar to this font, type out a couple of like occupied, taken, busy, in use, whatever, send those to Tori, see what she likes. Then I will transfer the font from my computer via tracing to this other board, and I'll just do that with some like parchment paper. I'll trace what's on the computer, pencil the back of it, make some cheap carbon copy paper, trace it onto the board, color it in with felt marker. That's the process. I am very much looking forward to it. I love a craft. I'll bring you along for that, and then probably by the time I'm done that, it'll be nap time. So let's get to work. Canva's really great. I don't use Photoshop. I'm not paying for it. Canva's great. It's user friendly and it's getting better and better all the time. They're always upgrading it, and it does everything Photoshop could do that I would be able to do with Photoshop, as I'm not a graphic designer, but this is really great. So now I can use these letters, hopefully find a font that's similar, and then adjust it a little bit and give Tori some options before I transfer over to the next plate. Why are we in the kitchen? Well, because there's a cheap method of image transfer in the kitchen, and that would be parchment paper. Parchment paper is nothing but tracing paper that's used for cooking. So I'm going to cut out a square, or the shape of the canvas plate that the word will go on. Doesn't have to be exact. There we go. So now we have this blank, which is the same size as this. We'll trace our word on here, make some carbon copy paper out of it, put it back on the canvas, and pretty much done. Back in there. Actually, let's go to the table. And I know what a lot of people are saying, this is bad for the computer screen, and you're right, but it has to be done. It's the only way I know. The person that did the other side, the open side, is an actual artist. They're a tattoo artist, so they have, I've never met this person, or maybe I have, I'm bad with remembering people that I've met, especially people Tori worked with. I feel bad about it, but I'm bad at that kind of thing. There we go. I don't know what you can see, what you can't. Let me stand up. Let me have a look at this. There it is. Looks pretty good. So now we're going to, I'll go over it with some Sharpie, make it a little darker, and then transfer it onto the canvas. I'm going to use just a bit of graphite from like a HB 0.5 pencil lead, and I'm going to rub it on the back of this to make like a cheap type of transfer. We'll see how well it works. Yuck. Let's wash this off and then try the transfer. Now, you might be tempted after one letter to pick it up to look to see how it's going. I would say if it's going to work, it's going to work. If it's not, it's not. But if it does work, then picking it up and looking at the first letter is going to cause you some problems, because you're going to have to line it up perfectly and can't see through the sheet. So you won't it won't be a perfect lineup. It'll be close, and it won't really matter that much, but just for my own sanity, I'm going to gamble and see. I could hold it down and lift this up, I guess, but I'm just nervous about it. I'm doing it anyway. Yeah, it's working. Nice. This is all coming together. I won't make you watch this whole process, so I'll see you when the transfer is complete. All right, it's time for the big reveal. Very anticlimactic, but it looks pretty good. I'll go over it in some marker and then obviously color it in, but I think it looks quite nice. I don't know if you can see that very well on there, but transferred well, I think. Well, I've got this part done. I think it looks pretty good. She has two more things she'd like me to do to it. One of which is glue the two together, so it's a front and a back. And then we need 2 holes drilled in the top corner so she can put a string on it. What I think I might do for her is just put whatever is going to hang it up inside and make it look a little nicer. Then there's no holes or anything, it's just one solid piece. It's all contained, but I'm not sure what she's going to use to hang it up yet. But that's a problem for another time because my brain is tired and I'm done working on this for now. I'll finish it today, but I'm going to take a break and probably have a snack. What time is it? It is 11:51, so it's around lunchtime. I'll probably wait until 12:30 to have lunch, which is a Spalumbo sandwich that Tori brought home yesterday from one of her coworkers who works at Spalumbo's as well as Coal Garden. But I'm going to note what time it is and what I'm doing. Tori requested it. She says, "You never tell me what you're doing during the day." And I'm like, I don't remember what I did during the day, so I'm taking notes today. But I'm going to note that I'm going to take a break, and you know what? I'm going to have grapefruit and banana. That's what I'm going to do. A little pre-lunch snack, and then after lunch snack will be an orange. But we're done with this for now. Thanks for following along. I won't show you the rest of my day because you don't need to see me napping on the couch, but ciao.